how are you? I hope you all are doing well, studying well, listening to your parents as well. So children, we have already known about the living things, the non-living things, natural things, man-made things. Now in this chapter, we are going to talk in specific about one of the living things that is present in the nature. And that's a very important part of our life. It is about the plants around us. Alright, but in this chapter we plan to do different types of plants, parts of a plant, and we are going to look at how plants grow. Okay, now before that, let's relate and answer this question. Find out the names of some trees growing near your house. Are they known to you? So, you must have seen in your society, or maybe your mother must have planted some trees at home. Okay, do you know the names of them? Have you seen them quite often around your neighbors also, maybe in the society or maybe near the school as well? So, if you have seen certain common type of trees, do try to find more about them. Okay, like the tulsi tree or the tulsi plant, okay, the neem tree. Now, these are the trees which are useful to us. Alright, so now let's begin with this chapter. Okay, plants are everywhere. They are of different shapes and they are of different sizes. They make our world colorful. We can see plants at different places. Some grow on land, okay, like the mango tree. Okay, some grow in water, like the lotus plant. Some grow on mountains, okay, like the pine tree. Some grow in deserts, like the cactus plant. While some plants we grow in our garden or inside our home, like the rose and money plant. So children, if we look at our surroundings, okay, or things around us in our society, at home, near school, okay, or the parks that we see, what do you observe? We observe that there are many different types of plants. Okay, at the same time, there are certain plants which grow in the water as well. Okay, there are certain plants which grow in the deserts. Okay, so these are the different areas, okay, where you'll see different plants. Like in the mountains also, you will see plants which are like the pine trees and all, and you will see that their structure is different to the plants that are there in the other areas. Now, why is it so? Like the pine tree or the conifers, okay, you'll see them, they are like, their shape is different. That is because in those mountain areas where there is lot of rainfall and there is snow, the snow can easily slide through or glide through it, the water can drip down, okay, that is the reason why. Alright, so we'll look at that in detail later, okay. Now, so these are the different types of plants that grow, okay, in different places. Mango tree, you must have seen it's on the land. Lotus plant, lotus grows in the lakes, okay. Then the pine tree, as I said, on the mountains. Cactus plant, it grows in the desert, okay. Rose and money plant, you can see them outside also, and mostly, okay, most of the time we look at them, they are the ones that are kept at home, okay. Now, let's act on. Name the place where these plants grow, okay. You have the cactus, you have the apple tree, you have lotus, and you have a pine tree, okay. Now, you have to tell us where they grow, okay. I'm sure you know it. Cactus in desert, apple, land, lotus, water, and the last one, pine, it is in the mountains, okay. Now, let's look at the different types of plants, okay. Now, there are some plants which are big and strong, while some plants are small and weak, okay. You must have seen that there are certain plants which are really big, okay, and they're very strong. You must have looked at the trunk of the tree. It is really big and very strong, whereas certain plants are there which need support of other plants, or they are like very delicate types, okay. You touch them and they can break also, they are weak, they are small, okay. Now, let's first look at the big plants. Big, tall and strong plants are called trees, okay. They have a thick, brown, woody stem which is called the trunk, and they live for many years. So, these big plants, okay, they are called the trees. Now, trees are the ones that really grow tall, okay, they are taller, okay, and they are stronger and they are really big, okay. Now, what is the main characteristic of it? It is very thick, okay. So, you can see certain the trees, their barks or their trunks are like really thick, okay, or broad, okay, and they have a woody, brown woody stem. And trees, they can live for many, many years, okay. For example, the mango tree, the neem tree, banyan tree, okay. Now, what is the difference between big trees and small trees? Now, small trees are, or they are also called small plants, okay. The bigger ones are called trees, okay, smaller ones are plants, okay. Now, they are small, okay. In this also you have different types. They are small, but they are strong plants, okay. They are called shrubs. They live for a few years, okay. Now, if you look at the rose plant or the hibiscus or the sunflower plant, okay, they are small, but they are very strong, okay, and that's the reason why they are called shrubs. Small and weak plants, okay, they are called herbs, okay. They have a very soft and green stem. They live for a few months only. Now, if you look at the stems, okay, if you have a rose plant at home and if you have a herb, okay, which is like for example a tulsi plant or a coriander plant or a mint plant at home, okay, you look at both these plants and try to differentiate between them. You will see that the rose plant which is there, the stem of the rose plant is really quite harder than that of a coriander or a tulsi plant. The tulsi plant stem will be very soft and this one will be hard. So, you need to put in a little effort to break it, okay. So, this is the difference between the shrubs and the herbs, okay. Now, and these herbs, okay, they have those soft green stems, whereas the shrubs, they have this a little woody type of stem, okay. Although certain when they are like really green and they are flowering and you know they are in that peak season, that's when the woody part you will not see, but as in how they start growing bigger and bigger, they change, the stems keep on changing from they start getting a little bit harder, okay. Now, let's look at the plants that need support to stand. Now, you must have seen certain plants for that, okay. For example, have you seen a money plant, okay. A money plant, what happens? We keep one bushy type of thing in between, okay. It's like a supporter in between or around which we tie the money plant, and that's how it grows like that with the support of it, okay. Now, the stem of some plants are so weak that they cannot stand straight, okay. The stem is so weak that it just cannot stand straight and it keeps on falling, okay, and that's when they need a support. So, climbers. Now, what do you understand by climbers? Climbers means something that climbs up, okay, moves up, okay. They need a stick, wall or another plant as support to stand. They are also called twiners, okay. So, they are the ones that need a support, and that support can either be a stick like the one that we put in the money plant, or they can take support of other trees, okay, or other plants or the wall which is there to grow. Example, let's look at these examples. The pea plant, the money plant and the grapevine plant, okay. They keep on growing, they climb up, okay. Now, what are creepers? Now, creepers are the ones that grow along the ground. They don't climb up, they creep around the ground, okay, like the pumpkin plant, the watermelon plant or the sweet potato plant. So, the difference between climber and creeper is that climbers, they need a stick and all to grow. Creepers, they creep along the ground itself, okay. Now, let's do a fact check here. trees have ring on their trunk which show their age. The older the tree, the more rings it has. So next time when you go on a jungle trek or maybe you come across a tree near your house, do observe that there are rings on it. Okay, and the more the rings, the plant is older. Okay, lesser ring means it's a new tree, but if it has more, that means it's a old tree. Okay, now let's explore around. Okay, different plants have different types of flowers and leaves. Do you see some designs of flowers and leaves on different things? Name some of those things. Okay, so all these floral designs and leaves, we see that we do see these designs on different things. Okay, so for example, you may have a bed sheet with design of flowers and leaves and all. Okay, what are the other things? The other things can be your clothes. Okay, the shirt you wear or maybe a dress that we wear. Okay, it can be curtains or it can be anything. Okay, which symbolizing like a painting. Okay, so these are different places where we use the designs of the flowers or the leaves and all, because they are really very beautiful. Okay, now let's look at the parts of a plant. Okay, just like the way we human beings have different parts, okay, plants also have different parts. Okay, a plant has different parts: roots, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits and seeds. Okay, so if you look at a plant, you will see that it has flowers. Okay, not all plants are flowering plants. Okay, but there are most of the plants which have flowers. Okay, then they have leaves. All plants have leaves. Okay, they have fruits. Certain plants do not have flowers, but they are fruit bearing plants. Okay, they have a stem. Okay, and they have roots. Now, all these different parts, they play a very important role. Okay, for the growth of the plant. Okay, and for our benefits also. Now let's see what are the different parts and what are the roles they play. Okay, like let's look at the roots. What are these? They are the underground part of the plant. You cannot see the roots of the plant. It helps to fix the plant to the soil. So these are the roots. Okay, roots are a part of the plant that we cannot see, because it is inside, it is under the soil. What we see is the soil and the upper portion of the plant, and these roots are below the soil. Okay, what is the main purpose of them? They help to fix the plant to the soil. Okay, if roots are not there, how will the plant stay in the maybe the pot or the place on the ground where you are planting them? It's only because of the roots that they get fixed firmly. Okay, next is the stem. The stem grows above the soil. In some plants it is thin, while in others it is broad. Okay, it helps the plant to stand straight. It carries water and food to different parts of the plant. So stem is something that you will always observe above the soil. Now this stem, okay, on this stem you have leaves growing. Okay, it helps the plant to stand straight. Okay, and the food, the water, okay, that is provided to the plant is carried to different parts of it, like to the leaves, to the fruits and all, through the stems. Okay, so they help to grow. Okay, they help the plant to grow. Okay, they are of different sizes. Okay, some are broad, some are narrow. Okay, and they help the plants to stand straight. It carries water and food also. Okay, the next is the leaves. Okay, now you can see the leaves of different types in your park. They are of different sizes and shape. Now what is the main purpose of the leaf? The leaves, they make food for the plants. Okay, just like we eat food, Plants also need food. And now, how is this food provided? This food is made in the leaves itself, okay, through the process of photosynthesis, okay. That we'll see in our next classes later on, okay. Let's do some fact check. Some plants eat insects, okay. So, these plants, there are certain plants which can eat insects, okay. They trap the insect and they eat it, okay. Now, let's look at flowers. You can see many plants bearing flowers. They are of different shapes and sizes. They are of different colors and they have nice smell too, okay. Marigold, rose, jasmine and hibiscus are some examples of flowers. Now, you see they are the most beautiful part of a plant, okay, and they come in different shapes, they come in different sizes, colors, okay, and they smell also good. Some of them are really very, they are like quite, the fragrance is very nice, it's very pleasing, like that of the rose, the jasmine. And these flowers are also used by us for different purposes, okay, like for a religious ceremony, okay, we always have flowers at home. If it is a birthday or if it is some special event, we always gift flowers, okay, the bouquet. Isn't it a beautiful thing when we get a bouquet at home? Don't we feel good? Yes, because they are so beautiful, they enhance the beauty of our home also, okay. At the same time, they spread the fragrance in our house as well, okay. Now, let's talk about fruits, okay. How many of you all like to have fruits? I love eating fruits, okay. They give me a lot of energy, okay. Now, some plants produce fruits. Most fruits are juicy, they are tasty and they are good for health, okay. Apple, mango, orange, watermelon, etc. are some examples of fruits, okay. We must include fruits in our diet, okay, because they are the one, okay, which are very good for our health, okay. Sometimes when during the summers, when the heat is really quite high, and when we have a glass of watermelon juice, don't you feel good? Indeed, okay. So, fruits have their lot of benefits for our health. So, do include fruit in your diet, okay. Now, seeds. Fruits have seeds in them. They are of different shapes and sizes, okay. Some fruits have 1 or 2 seeds, while some have many seeds. New plants grow from seeds. Now, when you eat a fruit, when you cut a fruit and you want to eat it, you will see that certain fruits have only 1 seed in them. For example, the mango, okay, you will see that there is only 1 seed in it and we cannot have that seed. We do not eat any seeds, okay, of these particular fruits, okay. Then, there are certain in which you may have 2 seeds, like for example, a chiku, okay, you can see there are 2 seeds, sometimes 2 or maybe 3. Then, if you look at the watermelon or papaya, you will see that there are many seeds in them. And these seeds, okay, they help a new plant to grow, okay. These new plants grow from seeds. Now, let's look at how do plants grow. Most plants, they grow from seeds, okay. A seed has a baby plant inside it. To grow, it needs air, water, soil and sunlight. Then the seed bursts and the baby plant comes out and grows into a big plant. So, for example, if you take a pot, okay, put soil in it, then put some seeds and again put some soil in it, okay, and then water little bit, okay, then you will see that these seeds slowly from the seeds, okay, what happens is the seeds, they start bursting inside and from there comes a new plant, okay, and this new plant slowly and gradually starts growing and then the different parts of the plant are formed, okay, and then it grows into a big tree, okay. So, you can always do this experiment. So, let's look at this diagram. It shows you about the seed germination here. There is a seed which is put and slowly the sprout comes out, then from the sprout comes a leaf, okay, and then the stem and different parts, okay, of the plant, okay. Now, let's act on. Number the picture in the correct order. Now, you have to put the correct order. So, first is the seed which is planted in the soil, then the seed which has got a little sprout on it, okay. Then the seed which has got which is still closed but has leaves on it, and then the seed which has opened up, okay, and turned into a good plant. All right. Now, let's go through the gist of this chapter and see how much you followed it, okay. I hope children you followed this chapter very well about the plants, and now when you look at the plants around you, you're going to look at the different parts of it, how they grow, okay. Fine. Now, let's start. Plants are everywhere. They grow on land, in water, on mountains, in deserts, or in our home. The roots, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits and seeds, they are the different parts of a plant. Okay. Roots help to fix the plant to the soil. So, we have already talked about the roots, they fix the plant to the soil. The stem helps the plant to stand straight. Leaves prepare food for the plants. Flowers are of different colors and have the nice smell. Most fruits are juicy, tasty and good for health. And fruits have seeds inside them. Plants grow from seeds. They need air, water, soil and sunlight to grow. So, without these main things, okay, the air, water, sunlight, okay, and soil, the plants cannot grow. If they lack into anything, they will not grow. Even the plants that we say that are indoor plants, they need little bit of sunlight, okay, so that they can grow. If not on a daily basis, but if you keep them out in the sun for 1 hour in a week also, they will grow nicely, okay, and they will get their green color also, okay, that comes through all these things called like sunlight, air, water. Water is very important for the plants to grow, okay. And where do we plant these different seeds, and where do we sow the seeds and all? In the soil. Without the soil, plant will never grow, okay. So, they need all these things to grow, okay. Now, let's look at the different terms that we've come across in this chapter. Let's look at the term bag, okay. Trees. What are trees? They are big, tall and strong plants. Shrubs. They are small but strong plants. Herbs. They are small and weak, okay. Shrubs. They are small but they are strong. Herbs, small and they are weak. Climbers, they are the plants that need a stick, wall or another plant as support to stand, okay. Support means support, something to stop from falling. So, we give a support to something, we attach something so that the other thing does not fall. In this case, we are talking about the plants that have weak stems. So, we attach a wall next, we keep them by the wall, or we keep them by another plant, or we keep them with the support of a stick. They will start growing, okay, around the support. Creepers. What are creepers? They are the plants that grow along the ground, okay, on the ground itself. Root. Because if you look at the creepers, the pumpkin, okay, for example, the watermelon, if you see, the fruit of this plant itself is so heavy, okay. If you put it on top, it will fall down, okay, and that is the reason why they are made naturally in such a way that they creep along the ground only. So, there is no, the fruit is heavier than the size of the plant, and that is why they start creeping along, and then they grow on the ground only, okay, they grow along the ground only, okay. Root, the underground part of the plant. Stem is the part of the plant that grows above the soil. Leaves are the part of the plant that prepares food for the plant. And flower, they are the most colorful part of the plant. Seeds are the part of the plant from which a new plant grows. So, I am sure children, now when you look at a plant, okay, you will be able to understand the different parts of it, okay. So, roots you will not be able to see because it is under the ground. What you see is, for example, in the pot also, okay, when you plant a tree in a plant in the pot, the a portion below is the root, then the soil, then the stem, then the leaves. Certain fruits are there, certain have fruits, some have flowers, okay. Those are the different parts, okay. Now, it's time to evaluate yourself and check how much you followed, okay. Take the correct option. Plant that grows on desert is cactus, mango or pine? It is a cactus. So, children, this cactus, if you look at the shape of the cactus, those leaves which are there, they have these spines in them, okay. And these spines, they store water inside them, and that is the reason why these plants, they can survive in the desert. If you plant another plant over there, okay, like for example a mango tree, it will not be able to live there because of the extreme sunlight, okay. Mango tree needs water continuously, but these cactus plants, they have water stored inside their spine itself, and that's the reason why they can survive in the desert, okay. So, the right answer is the cactus plant, okay. Pine is in the mountains, mango on the land. Dash is a big plant, rose, neem or pumpkin, it is the neem, okay. It's a tree, okay. The leaves of neem and the twigs or different parts of neem tree are also very useful, okay. Tulsi is a herb, shrub or none of these, it's a herb, okay. It is small and it has a weak stem. Creepers grow along the wall, stick or ground. Creepers, they creep along the ground. Plants prepare food for themselves in leaves, flowers or fruits. It is the leaves where the food is prepared, okay. Now, fill in the blanks with the correct word, okay. Dash makes our world colorful. Plants are mountains. It is the plants, absolutely right, because plants are of different colors, okay. Some are green, some are red, they have flowers on them which are of different colors, okay. Big plants have a woody stem called trunk or root. It is a stem, it is a trunk, alright. Next, dash lives for few years. Shrubs or herbs, okay. Now, shrubs, they live for few years, okay. They keep changing or they are like sometimes seasonal. They live only for one season. Climbers are also called twiners or creepers. They are the twiners, okay. And plants grow from fruits or seeds. They grow from seeds, okay. Yes, you cannot plant the fruit as such, but if you put the entire fruit in that, slowly and gradually the fruit will rot, but the seed will remain, and from there the plant will start growing, okay. Label the different parts of a plant. We've already seen the diagram. All you need to do is you have to put the name, okay. The different parts like the root, the stem, the fruit, the flowers, the leaves, to start marking them, okay. Now, who am I? I grow in water. I am, come on, what is it? It's a lotus. I have a soft and green stem. I am tulsi or herb, okay. You can say I am herb. I need support of a stick. I am, what is it? I am a climber, okay. I grow plants from me. I am, okay, what is it? It's a seed. Clear? Now, match the following columns. So, you have this column 1, the names are there: desert, tree, shrub and herb, climber, creeper. Now, look at the diagrams and then you match them. Alright? Now, answer the following questions. Name some places where we can find plants. Okay. So, some places can be on land, okay. We find plants in the water, in deserts, okay. What are trees? Give 2 examples, okay. Trees are big plants, okay, big plants with woody stem, okay, and 2 examples can be a mango tree or a banyan tree. Now, you have to differentiate between the following: shrubs and herbs. What is the difference? Shrubs are small, but they are strong, and herbs are small and weak, okay. Their stems are weak and shrubs have stronger stems. Climbers and creepers. Climbers, they need support to stand, okay, and they grow upwards. Creepers, they creep along the ground, okay. Now, name the different parts of a plant: roots, stems, leaves, flowers, fruits, okay. How do plants grow and what do they need to grow? They grow with the help of air, water, soil, okay, so and sunlight. That helps them to grow, okay. Now, fun zone. Look for the 6 plant names in the puzzle. Search with the help of picture clues. Now, you have a pumpkin here, you have mango, you have rose plant, okay. So, now accordingly you have to find, there is a people tree in this, okay, there is a neem tree in this. Find out in the crossword grid, okay. Now, field activity. Go out in your school or home garden and try to recognize the different plants. Also, find out their names. Collect leaves that have fallen on the ground and paste them in your scrapbook. Now, what you have to do is, when you go out, when you step out, okay, you have to try to recognize the different plants. Based on what we've learned about them, you have to try to recognize and then name them. Second one is that you have to collect the leaves, okay, that are fallen on the ground, and then you have to paste them in the scrapbook. And then, based on the leaves, if you can, see from which tree they have fallen, and if you can recognize the tree, it will be very nice, okay. Now, life skills and values. Grow plants in your school and home. Do not pluck flowers from the plants, okay. Do not pluck flowers, okay. If you don't need them, unnecessarily do not pluck them, okay. Hustle and bustle. Recite the poem given below with all your friends. Those who are not able to speak in rhythm are out of the game. Children who recite the poem without taking breaks and in rhythm will be the winners, okay. This poem is Green, Green, Green. Green, 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 the world so green. Plants and trees bear flowers and leaves. Trees are strong and herbs are weak. Shrubs have flowers and climbers can't stand. Thorny plants bear thorns around. Look around and feel the breeze blowing the leaves with speed. Green, 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 the world so green. Alright, so children, even you have to sing this poem in rhythm. But before you do that, you have to complete all the exercises. Reread the chapter, do all the activities involved as well. Alright, so get going, children.